And that's what makes us so unique, having those areas. The areas is so big. You choose, me as a professional hunter, choose depending on what the clients are after, which areas I want to go to, and each day you'll hunt a different property. So you pick a property for the day you're gonna hunt, and sometimes you won't even cover a quarter of it. But it's just so diverse as well. So you have from big mountains to flat marshy areas to deep valleys. And
Wow.
It's so diverse and very unique.
I mean, I imagine it's just pretty epic landscape, right? Like the thing that like kind of just looking in your brochure and kind of just knowing and have seen some photos. I mean, I imagine just amazing sunsets, amazing sunrises, you know. Do you get a lot of non-hunters that come out too?
Yeah, we do. We get a lot of non-hunters, so you get guys that wants to bring their family and their wives don't hunt and all that, but they come with on the hunt sometimes, and there's a lot of other things for them to do. Very family friendly, put it that way.
I'm Adam, and this is the Salada Gunshot Podcast, and today we have Yogi, and I've been calling it Aloha so far. It's aloe.
Like the aloe vera.
Aloe vera. All right. So you're born and raised in South Africa.
Yeah, so my family forefathers, they've been, I think, 1600s. Yeah, I was born in South Africa and raised on a cattle and game farm. So it's what I've been doing since a little kid, since 5 years old. So.
And whereabouts in South Africa?
Our home base is in KwaZulu-Natal province, so southeast from Johannesburg, about a 4-hour drive.
And so you were born into this.
Oh yeah.
This is your lifeblood.
Yeah, Africa is in my blood. 16 years now that I've been doing it. Like I said, I grew up on a hunting farm, so since the age of 5 I hunted myself, and then age 6 and so on we had actually Americans coming to hunt there with other professional hunters, my dad and so on. So I grew up doing this for a living. So.
And I think a lot of people get the wrong idea of what is a hunting farm out there.
So hunting farm for us is mainly you have game. So game has a value in South Africa and it's privately owned, not by government. So there's a value to the animals. So everyone has game and gets people to come and hunt them and so on, so because they have value.
So way different than here in the United States, where the government essentially manages the game, owns the game because they license you. Where there, if you own private property, the game that's on there is technically yours?
Yeah, and it's like our free range areas. So it's all low fence. Animals can go anywhere they want. Mm-hmm. So how it works there, if let's say a kudu is on your property and it gets shot on your property, it's
yours. Okay.
Yeah, so our home base, we have 10,000 acres that's owned by my partner in the business. Uh-huh. That's where the lodge is and all that. And then we are surrounded by about over 200,000 acres of free range.
Free range.
So it's all private cattle farms. So it's a lot of farms we hunt. And it's very unique, and that's where we stand out in South Africa, having areas like that and the quality we have.
Right.
And we manage them very well as well.
So this isn't like show up, get in a buggy, and go shoot something that's been penned up for a while. This is literally wild African game.
Yeah, and that's what makes us so unique, having those areas.
And what are the big five? There might be a lot of people out there that don't know what that is.
So the big five is lion, leopard, buffalo, elephant, and rhino.
Rhino.
We hunt everything. So everything legal, we hunt. So, and we do a lot of other countries as well. Okay. So like, example, leopard, they stopped leopard hunting in South Africa. So if we have clients that want to do leopard, we have areas in Zimbabwe, Namibia, Botswana, and Mozambique.
What do you find with that being the case? Do you find that the value of the leopard in South Africa, then, like the population, is that going to hurt them in the long run?
It sure will, because in Africa, if an animal doesn't have a value, it doesn't last. That's just a sad part of it. So you want, because you have all those cattle farmers and all the locals there having their livestock, and if those animals catch them and they can't get anything for that leopard that catches them, they're going to get rid of it because they're losing money.
Right.
Where if it's legal to hunt leopard, they would rather get a hunter and know, okay, let's leave the leopard. We have a hunter that's going to pay for that, and that will cover our loss.
Yeah. So what you see a lot is, or in the legal countries where it is, you are able to hunt leopards, usually what it comes down to is probably old problematic leopards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I would say some of those areas in the other countries, there's such big areas that aren't always problem animals, but you want to take the oldest one out so you can get the young ones in again to breed, where an animal gets to a stage where he stops breeding.
Do you see that a lot out there where animals get really old and just it's time?
Yeah, yeah, you get it. The well-managed areas, you can see it a lot.
This is, I would say, an amazing photo of just a lush green. Is this like a meadow, or what do you describe that as?
This is actually on top of a big mountain so this was, we did this hunt in January, and that's our summertime, So
it's like a large mesa that's on top of there?
Yeah, it's a large mesa. So that time of the year, the insects are pretty bad. So especially the kudu bulls, they form bachelor groups and they come out of that thick stuff into more open areas where there's a breeze and just get away from the insects and stuff. And then after the acacia trees have a yellow flower that time of the year.
Really?
So the kudus love that flower, so that's what they're after. This area is very well known for the big kudu. We hunt there in Yalas, the common reedbuck. Like if you go to the record books, common reedbuck, almost all of them are hunted in that area. Mountain reedbuck, the same thing. My friend or my partner in the business, he actually has the #1 SCI.
No way.
Mountain reedbuck. So there's a lot of species. This area is so diverse, and that's what makes it unique, because you have big mountains. It's a very Western type of hunt, if I can put it that way.
Yeah, okay.
So a lot of glassing, you spot the animals, make your stalk in.
Okay.
And yeah, we have some areas where there's no roads, so it's proper hunting. We don't hunt from vehicles at all. So we use vehicles to get places, spot animals, and then make your stalk in. And because we hunt such big areas as well, it's some places, like I said, don't have roads and stuff. So especially we cater from young hunters. Like the oldest guy I had was 83 years old.
Oh, wow.
So you can, and because we have so many areas, you know which area is more goable if you have a hunter that can't walk that much and so on, but still make it doable for him and get the best quality we can.
Okay.
And we're picky. We get the best we can. We'll pass on stuff that other people would shoot in the blink of an eye, but we just know we manage our areas well, and we know what we can get. And it's we hunt all over South Africa. This is just our main area, but the other areas like Limpopo, we hunt. It's 25,000 acres that we hunt there, that we focus more on buffalo, sables, big warthog, stuff like that. But what we do is we hear what the client wants, and we try to get the best quality and experience possible. So we will tell you, if you say kudu is #1 on your list, our main area is the place to go. You're gonna, on a good day, you'll see, I'll say, between 20 and let's say 40 bulls that you can look over.
Wow.
So and then the other areas we go as well, like we try to hunt big areas.
Okay.
That's a thing for us. We want a good experience and good quality.
Now, what kind of binoculars are you
I have Swarovskis, of course.
Swarovski?
Yeah.
Yep. I can get on that train.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then spotting scope as well, Swarovskis.
There you go. Yeah. I like it. When you describe 200,000 acres to people, there's a lot of people out there that have no idea what 20,000, 25,000, 200,000. If you were to describe it from, like, let's say, when you land at the Denver airport.
Yeah.
When you drive to Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
That's close to.
Yeah, it is. And like I say, the area is big. There's areas that we have permission to hunt that we never even gone hunting.
Really?
So it's big, put it that way. And some places you have to drive quite a drive to get to it. You can, from the one mountain, you can see the area you're going to hunt, but it takes you a while to get there.
No way. So really, at the end of the day, where a lot of people would like think of vehicles and African safari and hunting is honestly, the vehicle is a mode of transportation because of the distance.
Yeah.
Just like here, if you need to get from one side of a unit to another, you're going to drive, whether that's ATV, UTV, or a vehicle. And
the thing is, you're limited on days as well. So you want to cover ground.
Yeah.
But you get the guys that they don't want to drive. Mm-hmm. So what we'll do is we'll even put up, we call it fly camps. I think you call it spy camps.
Yeah.
So for the hardcore hunter, we even do that in the mountains. So we plan, like, let's say 3-4 days that you hunt and just walk from one property to the next on the mountains hunting.
Oh, wow.
So
this is like, I mean, very much like a Western elk hunt with mules packing into the mountains. It's very similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Very similar. Without the equine issues.
Yeah. And the thing is, we'll have people go set up camp for you in front. When you get there, food will be ready and all that stuff. So, like I said, you pay for it, and you want the best quality you can get and best experience. And that's the other thing. Everyone thinks it's so expensive to go. It's affordable. What I've heard, people pay for a guided elk hunt. Mm-hmm. You can hunt. Depends on what you're shooting, but I'll say 6 to 8 animals, including your 10 days hunting for that price.
You know, a big thing that you said, or a thing that kind of stuck in my mind, which I thought was really interesting, is that when you harvest an animal, that is when you do the payment part, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you wound it and there's proof, blood or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, you don't pay for an animal if you don't get it.
Okay.
If you don't shoot that animal, you don't pay for it.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not like here where you pay for a guided elk hunt and you still pay even if you not shoot it. Mm-hmm. There you'll just pay your day fees and whatever you shoot.
Okay. All right. If there's one animal that you could hunt for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's a difficult one.
Which one?
That's a difficult one. Sure. You can rather put it in which area would I hunt what, but no, kudu hunting is probably on top of my list. And then I'm going to say elephant.
Okay.
Just how clever and it's an exceptional hunt. But no, kudu, nyala, that's probably, of the plains game, I'll say that's probably the best.
What is it that draws you to those the most?
Just the hunt itself, and the animal. It's amazing animals, and how clever. They don't call them the great ghost for nothing. They can disappear on you. But yeah, the hunt, the area. That's why South Africa is so diverse. Yeah, from desert to rainforest to mountain ranges and all that. So it's always, if someone asks me what's your favorite to hunt, then I'll say, okay, just give me an area, then I'll tell you it, because each area is different.
Now, when you describe a kudu, what would you say size-wise? What would you compare it to here in America?
Like a 3-4-year-old elk bull,
What when you're done harvesting and the meat, what do you guys do with the meat?
Yeah, so everything gets used. So if you shoot it wherever, we pack that meat out, and everything gets processed. You eat some of it at the lodge.
Okay.
To eat at least what you harvest and so on. But everything gets processed in our butchery and mostly made biltong and dry horses, like your jerky and dry sausage and so on. So, and then, like I said, everything gets used. So,
Wow. What's your favorite to eat?
to eat, eland is very good. It's like lean beef, just maybe a bit better.
Okay.
But then common reedbuck is exceptional. It
many.
all depends on the area as well, what they eat. Mm-hmm. So like Mozambique, up north in Nyasa, where we hunt, the Liechtenstein hartebeest was my favorite.
Really?
So, and they ate the eland, and the eland wasn't as great as the ones in South Africa. So it all depends.
Now, you're now describing eland to the folks out there. How big are those?
Yeah, a big eland is probably around 1,800 pounds.
1,800 pounds. That's like
That's
a big bull.
Yeah. So it's I'll say like a moose, but shorter on the legs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not as tall, but big body.
And all these animals are, they're plains game,
Yeah.
right? So they are running freely in Africa, so
Yeah.
they're not just standing there for you.
Yeah, and like I said, the areas we hunt, some of them are high fence, but it's big areas like 10,000 acres and stuff. So it's a fair chase. We hunt animals there that we've never seen before.
Really?
So
and they've never seen humans.
Yeah. And the kudu jumps that fence, the eland jumps that fence. In Yala, I've seen gone through the fence, and then you have your smaller animals that goes underneath. So it's a fair chase.
Now,
Sure.
Another thing I was going to say is that there's probably a lot of people out there that are maybe scared to travel to South Africa.
Yeah.
What would you say?
No, not at all. We won't be doing this if it was dangerous traveling and all that. So
Right.
that's a big thing, and especially what gone on this year with Trump talking to our president, and it's always been like that, but it's not dangerous.
Yeah. Do you think that it was very overshot in regarding how he described the situation?
No, it is what he said, but like I said, I have a family, and you just live different. You observe on stuff and all that, but where we hunting, you in the middle of nowhere.
You're not in the city.
No, and it's like here. You're not gonna go walk in Denver. So it's the same thing all over the world. You have dangerous places, and it's
just paying attention.
Yeah. And you with us, so we know where to go and where not to go.
Right.
And we get you out of the airport and take you to the hunting area.
Where does everybody fly into mostly?
Mostly Johannesburg. That's the easiest pickup.
Okay.
So it's only a 4-hour drive to that area, and then depends on where you go in South Africa. Okay. And other countries, you have a connecting flight taking you there. So,
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Johannesburg is pretty big, right?
Yeah.
I've never been to South Africa, so I don't,
Johannesburg is pretty big, and then it's almost connecting with Pretoria now, the next town or next door city. Mm-hmm. So it's expanding, and it's a big place. But I like to get out of there, so I don't like the city life.
I got to take a pause. Someone's calling me that is supposed to come here. Sorry.
And it costs so much money for anti-poaching. You're not gonna, if you have a rhino, it's worth $60,000 now, and you take that away. Now that guy having rhino, he lets you hunt it, and he gets money for it. So he gets out these old animals that would die in a few years. So he gets money for that to put into anti-poaching to protect the rest. So and all these companies that say donate to saving the rhino, that money never gets seen where it should. So hunting is the conservation for sure.
Do people eat rhinos, or is it just
Yeah.
ivory?
No, so the poached ones is just the horns, and the horn is like your nail.
Yeah. Why is it?
It's and even on the rhino, so its toenails is the same material the rhino horn is.
And they leave their.
Oh yeah, no, I've chased poachers myself, so yeah, yeah.
Talk about.
Oh yeah, sometimes the rhino poachers for sure they shoot back.
That's terrifying.
So, but your normal poachers with dogs and stuff, they normally run away. But if you corner them, they'll throw a spear and stuff at you. So.
The other thing I kind of wanted to bring up with you is that a lot of people who are anti-hunting think that people just go to South Africa or Africa in general for trophy hunting. Our belief here is that a trophy is what you believe is a trophy.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't matter whether that's your first.
For sure, I agree. And like I said, yeah, you can't bring back the meat.
No.
So you're going to go experience this and have all that experience, and you want to bring something back that reminds you of what you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, and mounting an animal, shoulder mount or full mount, whatever you do, that's a memory.
Yeah.
It's like a picture. A picture just doesn't do justice on that. But it's, and like I said, is you take out what we do and we say trophy hunting is the old animals you take out.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you can bring back is the horns and the skin. So the meat gets used, everything gets used.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same if we shoot for meat. It's the same thing. It's just this gets brought back for memory.
Also, like you said, you guys are going after the oldest non-producing animals, right? Which also is part of that ethical take, I believe, and also part of the, continuation of the species.
Oh, for sure. Because like an animal, he gets to a stage where he can't produce anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's say that kudu bull will stay in the rut with a group and keep away the younger bulls that can produce.
Mm-hmm.
So that affects your whole breeding of the animals.
Right.
So taking out that old animal gets that younger bulls to come in and continue breeding and spreading different genes and all that. So
creating value.
Yeah. And like I said, if an animal doesn't have a value, and thanks to like Americans coming over and hunt, we have value to those animals.
I think a lot of people just don't understand that piece, right? Is here you have so much that's protected by the government, but also the value of animals here in the, the North American model is what has continued the species and gotten them to where they are, whereas in Africa, it's totally different, right?
There's so many animals that would have been extinct if it wasn't for the farmers.
Yeah.
It's even like rhino now. Rhino's getting poached left every day in the national parks. So I think, don't quote me on this, but I think 80% of the rhino population is on private property.
Really?
So now they want to stop rhino hunting, but if you stop that animal loses that value. And it costs so much for anti-poaching and stuff to protect those animals. A lot of people will get rid of them if there's no value to the animal. So Africa works, because it's private owned, if an animal doesn't have a value, it's not going to make it.
So they're just poached, but in poaching, I imagine, is a huge issue.
Yeah. And it's like, everyone is always, rhino poaching and elephant poaching because everyone knows them from TV and so on. But even these areas that we hunt, we do anti-poaching all the time because you have guys coming in with dogs and they hunt every day. So we go in and we do anti-poaching, because if you don't protect those animals, the farmers are more focused on their cattle and stuff, but that's where we that do this for a living and want to protect what we have, we go in and put a lot of money and effort into protecting all these animals.
Right.
Because South Africa is overpopulated, and there's a lot of hungry mouths, and that's just an easy way to get food for them. But the sad thing is, we've had it where they killed 4 eland right next to each other and used a half of one of the animals and left the rest.
So not using the whole animal.
And they do it for sport. Poaching with dogs is the biggest gambling game in South Africa as well. They'll put big money. Even they'll have days where they get together and you'll have over 100 dogs, and each owner will put the collar on his dog, and the first one that catches the first animal, he wins the pot, and that can be up to like $6,000 to $8,000 American dollars. That's big money.
What does that equate to in South Africa?
That's times 17.5 now.
Oh.
So you have people that drives all the way from Johannesburg and those places that come and do those, and that's where we come in and we protect those areas, and it gets nasty sometimes. But
wow.
Yeah.
Again, going back to putting value on animals in Africa is what continues the continuation of all these animals.
Yeah.
So when you get the pressure from the anti-hunting groups in the States that stop the importation of lions and all the other animals, that creates zero value.
Yeah, let's take it like South Africa. America stopped the import of lion.
Mm-hmm.
So where you used to pay for a big male lion, you had to pay around 35,000, 40,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are down in value to 13,000, 15,000.
Wow.
So that just shows you what effect that has. And a lot of people stopped having lions because it's not worth it anymore.
What is the backlash of the species in that value?
And there's only so many wild lions, you can say.
Yeah.
Still, now they want to stop the breeding of lions, where it's been proven where they take bred lions and release them, and they are self-sustainable immediately. They'll catch in the first day, they'll catch animals.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why would they want to decrease the breeding of lions?
They say it's unethical. It's just the greenies again. Mm-hmm. They say it's unethical, but if it wasn't for that, then lion numbers wouldn't have been where it is. And there's so many of those lions that's been introduced into hunting areas where they're not being hunted at the moment, and still building the numbers on it, but it's bringing back lions into areas they used to be that was all killed by poachers and stuff.
Really?
Because also the lion is also the bones gets exported and all that stuff. So they're also big under the poaching.
Really?
So yeah.
Why do they export the bones?
On the black market.
Okay.
So to China and all those places. So.
Oh, because of
aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hunting is conservation.
Yeah.
And the best one there is. Like, you have all these people that say donate to protect the rhino. That money never gets seen where it needs to be.
Yeah. Where in your experience, where would you say the best boots on the ground money goes to? Is it to the safaris? Is it to hunting? Hunting
is the best because we protect the animals.
Right.
Because that's where our bread and butter comes from.
Right.
So we pay, if you shoot a kudu on whose property it ever is, we pay that farmer. So he's going to do effort as well to protect those.
Right.
So with the rhino, everything through hunting, everything gets put back.
Okay.
Where all these, like I have a friend that does anti-poaching, and like he was on so many videos of all these greenies coming over, and then they like donate to this and all that, and he's never seen that money.
No way.
So that
Really?
just shows you. Yeah.
Huh. Wow. I guess a lot of people will have the question too is, how easy is it to fly to South Africa with all the permits and everything for firearms and that type?
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. So if you get in contact with us and we have dates, and we'll put you in touch with people that could even help you with your paperwork and everything to import. And the best is to fly direct with rifles and not via anywhere, because there's always problems. So, but the direct flights is easy. When you get there, you'll meet me and the person that does your rifle permits, and it's a breeze from there.
Okay. You've been there, done that, know
yeah.
how to get through.
Yeah.
So Yogi, let's talk a little about your lodging accommodations that you have, because a lot of places they will stack hunters up and you kind of be lodged with other people, but that's not the case with yours, correct?
Yeah. So like I said, we do quality over quantity. So for us, if it's one hunter or a group, if you book, it's only going to be you in the lodge.
That's amazing.
And it's all inclusive, and we don't do any hidden costs. You're gonna know what, if you look at the price list and all that, you're gonna have a very good idea what you're gonna spend. So it's very personal. We don't do overbookings or anything like that. So if you're one person or a group, like I said, it's just gonna be you in the lodge and have all that areas to hunt.
Hot coffee in the mornings?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Hot coffee.
Sounds like we got some brochures here at Salida Gun Shop. There's definitely a website, Instagram. You got
email.
phone numbers, emails. If this is something that you're interested, we'll have a bunch of contact info in the description. And thanks for watching. If you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you, Yogi.
Thank you. Appreciate it.